Hello everyone, this is a Saturday we've been looking forward to. This has been Championship Saturday, Dayton Christian here at Troy Christian. This is our conference rival. The two teams that have always been just kind of battling each other, especially over the last 10 years or so in the Metro Buckeye Conference for supremacy. And so today we had a doubleheader split. It's interesting that we took out their first their big pitcher, you know, the one that's the good one, and then we struggled a little bit with ours, our top pitcher that we have available, which was Ryan. So what do you think?
Well, the first game we won 10-3. We really battled through, grounded out that pitcher. First inning, we didn't score, but we made him throw 30 pitches and worked him through and scored 7 runs in the 4th inning to take control of the game.
Yep.
And then ended up winning the first game 10-3. Nate Scanlon pitched a complete game. He was throwing strikes the whole game, and they were hitting him. He gave up 9 hits, but only 3 runs, made some outs, and that was critical that he could get through the whole game.
Yeah, that was great, and it was interesting that, like I was telling you, I looked on Game Changer, and the other guy was at 94 pitches at 3.2 innings, and so he was throwing a lot of pitches, and Doug had a strategy around that, and we'll let Doug talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, could be. We didn't get any hits until the 5th inning, I think. So.
And I think we ended up with just 2 for the game.
Right. So we got a couple runs in the 4th inning, stole a couple bases, got 2 runs without getting any hits. But then they were hitting the ball where we ain't. That was pretty much the deal. We kept having a lot of fly balls that were dropping in.
Yeah.
Just hitting them where we weren't. That was the issue.
We did. Well, I do want to make sure that we mention also that we had a couple of broken records today. I think we took out the season team's record for doubles in a season. And then we also had Ryan Edgerton, our senior. He stole his 37th base, which breaks a school steals record, single season steals record. So we want to congratulate him. So with that being said, if you will stand by, we'll have Coach Doug over here, and then we're going to have our player of the game number 1. So stand by. Well, we're back with Coach Doug. Doug, we had a big doubleheader today. You know, this is the big rivalry we've been waiting for. It's a big day we've been looking forward to. First game, it was like the first game was totally different from the second game. It was like 2 completely different teams almost. So tell us what your thoughts are.
Rivalry games are important. That's why you play, right? So you measure yourself against them 364 days a year. You know what their scores are. Whether coaches tell you they don't know, they're lying.
Yeah. I know.
You know what their scores are. You know when they play next. You know who they play next. You know who's hitting on their team. You know who's pitching on their team. When you get into a game like this, there's not many secrets.
Mm-hmm.
They yelled bunt about 6,400 times today, right? Because our reputation precedes us. They know how we play. We know how they play. So. I've always felt like rivalry games bring out the best in you, right? They bring out the best or they bring out the worst. You work hard for this day. You look forward to this day all year round. We're a young team, right? I'm sure they remember the sweep we got on our field 2 years ago against them. I'm sure that motivated them. They're a good team, real good team.
Well, let's go to game 1. Let's start there. We had to face their ace pitcher, Lucas Day.
Yep.
And I know you had a certain strategy built around that we mentioned a little bit in the pregame here, but we wanted to let you explain what that strategy was.
I mean, Lucas is a power pitcher, so we wanted to drive up his pitch count, foul balls off, get deep into counts. Honestly, we were hoping that after we could get him out after the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the team goal. It worked better than we thought. But Lucas is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. He's so good. He had to be 82, 84, maybe 85 from the left side today. Nasty stuff. Our guys battled their tails off. He's really good. He'll get my vote for player of the year for sure. He's awesome. So we just, our job was to drive his pitch count up, get into their bullpen if we could, because we knew they would have 2 exceptional starting pitchers. We wanted to get into the bullpen. First game strategy worked, and we got him. We built his pitch count up, and So and our guys battled, and obviously in the first game, Nate Scanlon just matched him, right? So, Nate wanted the ball against Lucas. He told me that a month ago. He wanted that challenge, right? Nate's a competitor. Nate's phenomenal. I love being his coach. So he asked for the ball against Lucas. Ryan was going to take the other game, and Nate complete game against that lineup. You saw the lineup in the second game. Man, that lineup can hit. They are deep. They just keep sending hitters to the plate. Those guys can flat swing it. So it was a great baseball team we were playing. It was a great baseball game. First game we played really, really well. Second game we got neutralized by a great starting pitcher, and that happens sometimes.
Yep. Roy, what did you see in the first game especially that kind of stood out to you?
No, it was just those grinding plate appearances. We had a 7-run rally started by Isaac Knopp. He grinded out at 8 pitch and got hit by a pitch, right? To start that rally. So it was up and down the order. Everybody was taking that. Just work the count, foul pitches off. And
that was the goal. That was the goal. I mean, Lucas is unbelievable. You're not going to square up a lot of balls. You're just not. He's too good. So you got to battle and grind and make him throw pitches, and you hope he doesn't go 7. Because if he's in a groove and goes 7, I'm not sure how you stop that kid. So, our guys did do that. Isaac Knopp, multiple quality at bats. Caleb Tomlin saw a lot of pitches, got a base hit early in the game. Justin Lauder, same way. And when 7, 8, 9's producing, in the first game they did, the second game they didn't. Right. And you saw the difference. With Troy, the length of their lineup in the second game kind of just swamped us, right? It was what it was, and that was phenomenal. And like you said, first game we grinded out at bats. Second game we didn't. It was massive strike zone. We got to make an adjustment. We never really did. And,
Edit. So anyway, here the thing is that we talked about. Let's talk about Justin Lauder for just a second, because you've had him at second, you've had him at ninth, you've had him at 6th and 7th. But he's the one that got out there and he got that one hit in the first game that kind of opened up the floodgates a little bit there. I think he cleared the bases.
Yeah, Justin's a special player. He's confident, borderline cocky. Which
That's good. Yeah.
You got to be borderline cocky in this game. You just have to be. One of these days he'll learn that I'm on his side, and I think he'll trust me a little more. But, we'll get there. He's phenomenal. He's a good player. He's a sophomore. He's got 2 more years to put up with me, so I feel bad for him. But, obviously I probably should pitch him a little more, but I trust him at third base. He had a couple eat him up in the second game, but that hasn't happened all season. I know that was a fluke. So we'll get back to work on Monday, and, more importantly, we're still playing for a conference championship. We got a manual Tuesday and Thursday. We came up here. We got a split on their home field. Win the last 2, you're conference champs again. We get our 4-peat, so it's all in our hands still. Which you didn't want to leave here losing the conference, right?
Right.
We extended the season to next week, and we got the sectional draw tomorrow to see where we end up in tournament. And so come out this week. We got a massive week. I don't know who your starting pitcher Tuesday night will be, but I know Thursday it'll be Ryan.
All right, that sounds like a plan to me. Roy, you got any other thoughts on that?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Well, listen, we do have. We did want to mention. I think we've already mentioned about Ryan's stolen base record.
Oh, absolutely. And, So I wanted to say. So the player that he surpassed on that record, it was set in 1985. His name was Rory Schrum. And I was talking to Coach Skolick, who is the winningest coach in Dayton Christian history, who came here tonight to support us. I guess he had passed away about a year ago, so we won't. But that he was a outstanding man. Coach Skolick said he was an outstanding man, so told Ryan he should appreciate that record. And, 37 stolen bases in a high school season. It's just unbelievable, especially since we've only played 20 games because we've had 5 rainouts.
Yeah, that's right. But it is a testament to his speed. He's a good heady ball player. He's a good base runner, and I think that certainly speaks for itself. So we want to congratulate Ryan. But we as a team,
we set the single season doubles record.
Yeah,
it was set previously by a team that had Moyer and Dilhoff and Dreyer and those guys. And back in 2018, the team that lost to Bethel Tate in the district final, they had 34 doubles that year. I believe we got number 35 and 36 today, and I'm going to tease Coach Bauer that they did it in 26, we did it in 20.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him. So those are a couple of cool things, and this leaves me with a lot of homework to do on the computer here coming up. But let's go back to one special player that we have today, and this is he's been up here before, but you know, to go out there and to face a guy like Lucas Day, and to come out just I don't know, it was just an amazing performance by our POG.
Nate Scanlon was definitely the POG. You know, he was phenomenal. He wanted the ball. He took the ball. He's an ultimate team player. You never hear an issue. After the 4th inning, I told Nate, I said, hey, that was a good game. We're going to go to Carnegas for 3. And he said, no, you're not. I'm feeling good. I got more left. So he refused to give me the ball, and it worked out okay.
There you go. That's amazing. That's amazing. So let's introduce our player of the game for game number 1, an amazing pitching performance, Mr. Nate Scanlon. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, Roy, let's get some stats out on this young man here for game number 1. Let's find out a little bit about his pitching stats.
Okay, 7 innings pitched, and only 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 3 runs, 72 pitches to get through a complete game, 49 strikes, and 31 batters.
72 pitches, 49 strikes. That's pretty impressive, Nate. And you know, the fact that you wanted the ball, you told Coach you wanted this ball, and you took it. You went up. We were talking about, you know, maybe a story time over here. Maybe the story was the story about David and Goliath. You know, where maybe we were David and we beat their Goliath, but we had our David out here, and that was you. So tell us what your thought process was when you're wanting to. You wanted the ball. Why did you want the ball?
I mean, I've heard all this stuff about Lucas Day. I've heard he's an incredible baseball player, and he showed it today. But I was like, I want to prove to myself that I can match that competitive. I want to prove to myself that I'm that competitive and that I can hang with big dogs like that. So.
And did you prove it to yourself?
Defensively, I did.
There you go. All right. I think that, you know, to throw that many strikes against a lineup like that, we talked about how good that lineup was. They had a lot of hits in the second game, but you kept them at bay. They had a few hits in that first game, but you kept them at bay. So you stayed down, you stayed away. I think that you kept them off balance, you know, with some timing things. So, Roy, anything you saw special that you would like to talk to them about?
No, I mean, you just scattered those hits. That, you know, they never built up a big inning. And that was big. So yeah.
That was great. So you know what, you stepped up and what at this point was the biggest game of the year, I feel like, for our team, because it put us in a position to go out there and win an outright championship. Even though game 2 didn't turn out the way we wanted to, we still are in the running, you know, for another 4-peat, and we did that because of your excellent performance. And so we want to congratulate you. Thank you for being such a good team player, for your attitude, for your leadership, and for your for being willing to go out there and take a challenge. Give me the ball, Coach. Give me the ball. Yeah. So we appreciate that. So congratulations. We're going to go get some next week. All right. So that's it. That's going to be it from Troy, Ohio. And hopefully the weather will be good next week. But until then, I'm Dale.
Roy.
And
this is
Nate.
Nate. That's Nate. That's our POG, our player of the game. So until then, we will see you Tuesday, and we are out.